What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Elevation. Let's rock this. Okay, so the tagline on the poster, it says, "From the producers of A Quiet Place," which may be true. I get it. It's a marketing ploy. They wanted to lure in the same type of fan base, but if you expect Elevation to be on the same level of quality as A Quiet Place, then boy, I have a couple of magic beans to sell ya. Because they are not even on the same zip code, you know what I'm saying? You see, as far as post-apocalyptic thriller goes, Elevation just doesn't color outside the lines. And while yes, it has some pulse-pounding moments that I would argue are adequate at best, in a lot of ways, Elevation is also painfully formulaic. That said, I do enjoy the key characters and the actors who play them. They are among this film's very few silver linings. Directed by George Nolfi, in Elevation, the world has changed. The only habitable place left for humanity is in the high mountains, above 8,000 feet. Below 8,000 feet dwell the creatures that killed 95% of the human population less than 3 years ago. To save the life of his young son, a father is forced to venture below the line with a scientist he despises but who just might hold the key to defeating the monsters, and a young woman determined to keep them both alive long enough to save the human race. Starring Anthony Mackie, Morena Baccarin, Maddie Hassan, Danny Boy Jr., Rachel Nix, Shauna Earp, and Tyler Gray. I am a big fan of creature movies in general, so I'm always curious when it comes to creature designs, you know? It always fascinates me. And the designs for the alien monsters in this film baffle me. Maybe my eyes have gotten old, but they look like some kind of giant scorpions. And I don't understand why, for the most part, the humans are getting chased by only one of those creatures instead of a pack of them all at once. And by the end of it, Elevation kind of leaves some breadcrumbs to keep you asking and wondering about the purpose of the existence of those alien predators. But I'm not sure if this film justifiably warrants a possible sequel. Or maybe it'll end up like the case of the Skyline franchise, you know, where the subsequent follow-ups just get regressively worse and worse with every passing installment. Now, Morena and Maddie basically play the roles which in other films in the past would have been played by male actors. Now, you can argue woke all you want, but I would counter-argue it's kind of refreshing to see Morena play a cynical, stubborn, grumpy, slightly alcoholic scientist butting heads with Maddie's character, who seems to have a lot to prove. Even the lines and the arguments they deliver sound so male-centric, just oozing machismo. And Morena and Maddie did a fairly good job of executing those scenes without having to appear overly tomboy. Meanwhile, Anthony plays it pretty straight throughout this entire film, and that goes to what I said earlier about it being formulaic. It's not Anthony's fault, of course, but he looks and feels like he's stuck with a material that doesn't require him to stretch his abilities beyond just the basics. So yeah, overall I give Elevation the rating of 2.5 out of 5. This is the kind of film that's content with only going for a passing grade. I guess you can jokingly call it the Walmart version of other better made creature/monster movies.